Surovikin was born on October 11, 1966 in Novosibirsk. In 1987, Surovikin graduated from the Omsk Higher Military Command School. He was assigned to a Spetsnaz unit and served in the Soviet-Afghan War. By August 1991, he was a captain and commander of the 1st Rifle Battalion in the 2nd Guards Tamanskaya Motor Rifle Division. During the 1991 August coup in Moscow, Surovikin was ordered to send his battalion into the tunnel on the Garden Ring, where 3 anti-coup demonstrators were killed. After the defeat of the coup, Surovikin was arrested and held under investigation for 7 months. The charges were dropped on December 10 because Boris Yeltsin VI concluded that Surovikin was only following orders. He was promoted to the rank of major afterwards. Surovikin attended the front's military academy. In September 1995, he was sentenced to a year of probation by the Moscow Kherason's military court for illegally selling weapons. The conviction was overturned after the investigation concluded that Surovikin had agreed to give a fellow student a pistol for use in a competition, unaware of its intended purpose. In 1995, he graduated from the front's military academy. Surovikin was sent to Tajikistan and commanded a motor rifle battalion there. He then became Chief of Staff of the 92nd Motor Rifle Regiment, Chief of Staff and Commander of the 149th Guards Motor Rifle Regiment and Chief of Staff of the 201st Motor Rifle Division. In 2002, he graduated from the Military Academy of the General Staff. He became Commander of the 34th Motor Rifle Division of Yekaterinburg. In March 2004, Surovikin was accused by Lieutenant Colonel Viktor Kibizov of beating him up for voting for the wrong candidate. In April, Division Deputy Commander for Armaments Colonel Andrei Shatyko shot himself in the presence of Surovikin and the District Deputy Commander after being criticized by Surovikin. 5 in both cases, a military prosecutor found no evidence of guilt. From June 2004, he led the 42nd Guards Motor Rifle Division, stationed in Chechnya. He was the Chief of Staff of the 20th Guards Army from 2005. In April 2008, he became the Army Commander. In November 2008, Surovikin became head of the Main Operations Directorate of the General Staff. In January 2010, he became Chief of Staff of the Volga-Urals Military District, which soon became part of the Central Military District. From November 2011, he headed the working group charged with creation of the military police. It was reported that Surovikin was tipped to head the military police after it was instituted, but the appointment did not materialize due to the intervention of the Russian military prosecutor's office, according to the Russian media, which presented the situation as a turf conflict between the defense ministry and the military prosecutor's office. In October 2012, he became the Chief of Staff of the Eastern Military District. In October 2013, he was appointed Commander of the district. On December 13, Surovikin was promoted to the rank of Colonel General. Surovikin left with Minister of Defense Sergei Bashar al-Assad and Syrian Minister of Defense Ali Iyab in 2017. On June 9, 2017, he was introduced to news media representatives as commander of the Russian armed forces deployed to Syria. 1314 reportedly, he took this position in March 2017. In September 2017, Surovikin was cited by Russian media as a likely successor to Viktor Bendarev, who was on September 26 relieved of the position of the commander of the Aerospace Forces. 16-1 according to a report published by LBK Group on November 2, 2017 that cited an anonymous source in the MUD, Surovikin had been appointed commander of the Aerospace Forces, despite his initial objections. At the end of November 2017, the Russian MOB's Krasnaya Zvezda reported that Surovikin had been appointed commander of the Aerospace Forces by a presidential decree of November 22. 18 TASS pointed out that Surovikin thus became the first combined arms commander in the history of Russia and the Soviet Union to be put in charge of the Russian or Soviet air forces. 19 On December 28, he was made a hero of the Russian Federation for his leadership of the group of forces in Syria. Under the command of Surovikin, a significant turning point in the fight against the Syrian opposition was achieved. The Syrian government regained over 50% control of Syria by the end of 2017 after a string of successful military campaigns. According to several Russian military commentators, it was Surovikin who managed to turn the tide of the war in Syria. Again from January to April 2019, Surovikin took over as the commander of the contingent of Russian military forces in Syria. Altogether he commanded the Russian forces group in Syria for more than a year, which was longer than any other officer who held this position 25 until November 2020, when Lieutenant General Alexander Chayko surpassed his duration in the post. In 2021, Surovikin was promoted to General of the Army. As one of only a handful of Russian officers to reach such a rank, some speculated that he might be an eventual successor to Valery Gerasimov. In June 2022, it was revealed that he became the commander of the army group south of the Russian armed forces in the southern Ukraine offensive. On October 8, it was announced that he will be commander of all Russian forces in Ukraine.